You're watching Call for Two. I'm Jesse. I'm here with Greg.
Thanks for having me on the channel.
We're playing Chapter 6 of The Initiative. Jenny, look how happy she is. If only she knew.
Wait, when we're supposed to read this?
Before we played Game 6.
Okay. Are you okay, Jenny?
Jenny's fine. She's just a terrible person.
Jenny, gain secret 2. If you think you've found the code phrase on it right now.
So all of this we should have read. I messed up.
She can't know, Jenny. She'll never forgive you. And there's like these letters.
She can't know, period. Right? Jenny.
So, COELEA. Oh, look. It goes right here. See this?
Mm-hmm.
It completes this here.
Oh, okay.
Come, and then it's also
There's
in the
words here too.
Yeah, first of all, it's in the mirror, so this is come.
Come, okay.
No, it doesn't actually. It's just because it's backwards.
COME, come.
Mm-hmm.
What about these here? C.
Well, maybe that doesn't go there. Maybe the other one goes. Is it on top?
Clean. Clean. CLEAN.
Okay, but is it a
come clean? Come clean. Come clean. Come clean. Okay, if you think you found the code phrase on it right now, skip the rest of this page and read page 37.
Okay, this is
okay,
Jenny's
so you think
achievement.
it's come
Which is what
clean.
we should do.
Okay. 37. Okay. Stop. If you do not know the solution to secret 2 was come clean, do not read this page. Okay, we did. No, I'm not okay. Oh, she's going to confess she's hearing voices. I'm not okay. Remember that party back in March, the Truth or Dare game?
Yeah, when I told you I had a crush on Dave Bannon. Whoa! She has a crush on Dave Bannon? Oh!
That's a great joke. Yeah, that one. Well, I sort of told Rachel and she told him.
You what? She's mad.
It was stupid. I'm sorry. It just slipped out and I feel terrible about it.
I just can't even.
I'm so sorry, Prathna.
Her name is Prathna?
Mm-hmm.
Fine, you're forgiven. Can we not talk about this anymore? It's giving me the heebie-jeebies.
Stop. Mark Jenny's achievement on the campaign log, then play mission 6. All right, so it had no actual game effect.
Okay, but let's see
But we get Jenny's achievement. So her achievement was confessing.
Yeah, coming clean.
Coming clean. Okay.
Okay, but let's read the little story.
And let's not make that mistake again.
When you say let's, like you mean like...
Greg, we're past that.
That's on the emergency room.
Mm-hmm.
I hear what you're saying, but we're past that now. Probably been watching us play through this, or you maybe had a hard time with the scenario. You want to see how we did it. I don't know, but I know one thing. I was less than delighted to see that this dog has returned. Because the mastermind was here for one, and then it was like, see you later, mastermind. I thought maybe this
like
dog...
a joke. And as you point out, there's 2 new things here. Safes. Okay.
Well, 1 new thing, 2 of them.
Safes.
I've really been very, what's the word when you're like...
antagonistic?
When you're like really correcting everything the other person's saying.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Critical.
I've been doing that quite a bit.
Clue tokens in this room cannot be revealed by intel actions.
Okay.
Everything else can do it. So
you can just go in there and grab it.
You can go in there and grab it.
Okay, but this dog is an absolute, like...
He did not... The only thing he did last game was
send us back
you in. He locked you in.
He sent us back to the beginning several times.
I know, but that's not...
But now we know. But this is actually worse now. Because... if we are sent back to the beginning, before it was over like here,
I agree.
but now being back in the beginning,
getting sent,
look at this, 1, 2, 3, just to get back to that area.
Rough.
All right, which I think, I didn't give us enough cards. I think this room, this is only a onesie again. This is a good place to be, but maybe I should go 1.
Being nice and far away from the dog is useful.
Well, he's like right next to you there. Us there.
I've got high cards and medium cards.
I cannot fight the dog. Can you fight the
He's
dog?
purple.
Purple.
I can hurt him. Yes, I can do a pretty good damage to him. So maybe. Okay, so I suggest I go first,
Yeah.
and I move into that, and I. Well, actually,
Move and gather.
I can't move into him, but I can move and gather.
is what
Yeah,
I
I
said.
could. Sorry, I can move and gather, but I'd be using not the lowest cards. So if you've got really low cards, you could move once with a low card before I go.
Well, I'm going to be doing my action, so.
But you got to move to it, right?
That's
so
true.
why don't you take one action and move if you've got a low card, and then I'll do my stuff.
I think I like that. So, what, 1, 2, 3, and this will allow me to draw here, here, and there, but only one time. 1, 2, and if I'm here, I will only do 2. I guess I'll stay with that.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, I like that.
Because I can still do this. Well, hold on a second. So here's the other tricky part: is that I mean, this is a stack of 3. That whenever they're 3 stacks, they're really a pain in the neck.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
So actually, I could come down here. I could do my action one time,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
To do that and one of those, and then
And
that'll be
walk
ready
and
for a
gather.
2. I can gather here.
Yeah.
All right,
I
so
do
I'm gonna-
like your power is super useful, but let's not go crazy with using it.
Well, should I do this now and bring him towards you?
No, because let's say you move him,
I move him.
then I can't do anything on my
Oh, 'cause
turn.
you can't go in. Yes,
But if
you're
I
right.
go here and
I'm-
reveal
you're
him,
right. I'm drawing. Go ahead.
okay. So now I'm
I have a
going.
pretty good range of cards, by the way. So.
Okay, I'm gonna walk with this,
Walk with me.
and now I'm going to gather one at a time in case
Mm-hmm.
one of them brings him to me. That which is what we're
Mhm.
hoping.
Okay,
No.
that's pretty bad.
That's terrible. Now I got to
That's-
throw away a card at random right now, right?
Yep.
Okay.
See you later.
And now I'm
It's
gonna
a
turn over.
10 green, which didn't matter.
Well, that's unfortunate, but not the worst. He kicks me back.
But that was a gather action, so you still gathered it.
Yes, I still gathered it.
Here.
here, And we've got
it's
it
on
right
there.
there.
Good. Okay.
7.
Okay. I mean, not the worst outcome, but not the
Now,
best
if
either.
there's a pattern, having contiguous numbers would be useful. I know it's not really in our control yet. All right, so my turn's over. I get 3 cards.
Wow, that's a lot of burning.
Let's not go overboard trying to kill this dog. If we just stay away from him.
You know, now that this, I think this is kind of a plus for this game is the fact that you have to be flexible, maybe change the strategy. And I think last time it was the right decision to try to go after him, obviously, since that's what I was thinking.
Mhm.
But then as the game went on, there came a turning point where it was like, okay, we're not going to try to kill this dog anymore. It's not
I
gonna help
got
us.
mostly high cards and one really low one.
Okay. You want me to do my power here?
Might as well. Yeah, if you can flip over 3, yes.
So I'm probably not going to do intel. I'm probably just going to do these 2. So I'm going to need mid to high cards.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, I'll be doing a regroup at some point, so don't worry about it.
I guess I'm going to just do this. I'm going to do that. And it's going to be that. Fantastic. It's here. That.
It does matter the order now.
Which we have there. Stop.
Oh, it doesn't go.
And this. Okay. That burns because he's not there. But do we
Mhm.
need it?
No.
Are we sure? I got to double check
What was
just
this
now.
one? This was a triangle with no dot. That's a triangle with a
So
dot.
we used 2 of the blue ones, which almost makes it more compelling. Okay. So that was my 1st
Mhm.
action. I think maybe I'll gather these 2.
Did you do something here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was a gas. Okay.
Well, I don't know if it's that much fun, but so is it
Gather.
worth it
Yeah,
to gather?
gather. Sure.
But if it's these or whatever,
No,
I mean,
actually, doing this while it's time to regroup is not the worst
it's
thing.
not time to regroup though.
Well, yeah.
Okay, it's this X. Do we have it?
Nope.
Bummer. He moves 1
Yes,
towards
we
you.
got that. In fact, it's a contiguous. That's great.
There it is.
Right? Yeah.
Yep.
7,
12.
12. Remember, our pattern before was a 7, 12,
Yeah,
5.
and I suspect this is going to make us get all of them, unfortunately.
I don't think I agree, but I agree it's not going to be the same as before.
Well, maybe. Yeah, I mean, it would be disappointing. Everything in this game so far actually has led us to believe that we're using our
Yes,
Our
everything
wits
before has
is
made us
not
not
just
have to.
pull everything out.
Right. Okay.
That's part of the game is the puzzle of it. So yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. What are you thinking?
I'll tell you what I'm thinking.
I hope you will.
See if you can go for. Really, it doesn't even have to be the phrase. It's like any time.
So walking right now
Yeah.
is not really that good, right?
Well, I think we could just go and pick up things.
But picking up things closer to the entryway is like
Okay, I know what I know what I should do. I should
Walk
reveal.
twice.
I should intel. I should intel. Hope the dog comes to me. Then
But
I
if
can
it-
kill him.
okay, sure. Hold on. Let's just think about it though. So you can't intel these two rooms. So that doesn't matter,
Mhm.
right? If I'm
This is a intel that would otherwise I can walk
is
right
it
by.
is
it.
there a useful room for me to be in where I'm able to do my special power? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So if I sit here, I could reveal this.
If you sit where?
If I sit in
No.
this room, yes.
No.
Oh, this is not connected.
But being here and revealing things in the safe room is not a terrible idea.
But this is only a
Although,
1, so it's not useful because I can only do
Yeah.
that one
Maybe
time.
your power, you could chill out with it this game.
I mean, I really think it's useful for those, though.
It is pretty useful for those. When there's so many of them.
I
you got a
think
good
I
point.
think do this up here,
Intel those two?
or maybe like these two. I guess. Yeah, because it's next to onesies.
No, I think your idea is exactly right. Intel the
Twice?
4. Well, at least Intel where there's 4, because that tells you that might make it possible for you to go gather the other two. Remember, you could take from the top down stack.
Well, that's an interesting thing to consider because if the top two are like traps or gas or whatever doesn't unused things,
Mhm.
doing a gather for 2 is fine as well,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
So I'm gonna Intel, and I'm
Here.
gonna Intel these two, right?
First one,
And if the dog comes to me, that's even. Yeah. Okay.
and then he does come to you, and
Oh.
then this is on there, please.
It just got Intel.
Oh, Intel. Yeah, sorry. Is it on there though?
Is it on there? That's a good
No.
question. It's not.
It's not. So
Okay.
that was a reason to look for it.
Yes, you're right. Okay. All right. So as a free action, I'm sticking this under the dog. And now my second action.
Yeah. The thing is, this does eat up cards.
Yes.
I'm not
You're
saying it's
trying
not.
to convince me not
No,
to
no,
kill
I'm not.
the
I'm not.
dog.
I'm like pointing it out for us to like consider as something a point to consider.
Mhm. So I'll tell you what I should do now. I should spend these 2 cards
For what?
on my special ability.
Yeah.
If for no other reason to get 4 new cards, hopefully one of which can kill that dog.
Oh, that's an interesting point.
So I think I'm going to spend this,
Mm-hmm.
use the regroup.
Well, first of all, I
No,
mean, the nice
use
thing.
the regroup and yeah.
I mean, the
on-
run would be better, honestly. If you spend it, get rid of
What
this.
about gather?
No, because if you get rid of this, because you can't gather. If
I
you get rid of this,
I
you can-
could leave, but
Oh,
I
you
don't
wanna
want
be able
to
to-
leave
well, then why don't you hold and see if you draw purple?
because I'd get 2 cards to get purple
I know,
from 4.
but if you're gonna just throw 2 cards away, that's a terrible thing. To
It's
do.
not just throwing away. It would also let me make these more doable. I agree they're not in perfect
Yeah,
shape.
I think it's not ready yet for the regroup.
It would let me get a better chance of getting a purple, though. I see what you're saying, though.
And you get rid of the top card, you're kind of wasting most of your ability. I don't think it's that necessary, and I don't think burning cards is the thing to do right now either. You don't have any other purple in your hand.
No.
I think you just draw your 2. I think there's 4 suits total, right? Is that right?
I mean, it's so hard to get in a space with that dog, though.
That's also true. But yeah, I don't know. You can do what you want, but I think like burning those 2 cards for essentially no real reason is not.
Well, let me ask you something. On your turn, you're going to reveal lots of tokens, right?
Well, I don't. I thought
Can you just move and not do a reveal yet?
I could, yeah, absolutely.
So maybe move. Don't reveal anything.
Actually, on my turn, I could come up and just pick these up, and if he comes to me, then I could put something under him, but I can't kill him.
Do you have a good purple?
I have good purple, but I have a lot of good purple, but I don't. I mean, I can only put 1 under around.
He wouldn't move. Okay, so it's worse than that. If you get the dog Moon, and I'm here, I have to throw away a card from
Yes,
my hand.
that's
That's the rule.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm gonna do this.
Okay.
I'll tell you a couple
Just do
reasons.
it.
I want the
I
purple,
don't
but
like
also
it,
I've
but-
got 2 giant cards.
Okay.
So they're gonna. I agree.
Mhm.
So now the only question is, what is best for me to do?
Well, this gets rid of that, which is a nice
Yes,
thing.
it is.
But actually regrouping.
Actually, this is better. If I do this, I can intel for free,
then I'm okay with it.
and I won't have any cards for him
And you
to
get
make
rid of
me
this.
discard.
That'll make me feel a lot better.
Okay.
Because
Well,
I
then
felt
that's
like
an
it was
easy
kind of
one.
wasted before.
So I'm
but-
doing this, getting rid of that, and I get to intel 2 for free. I like it. Now, and if it's a moon, I've got no cards.
Whoa.
All right, I'm not picking it. I'll do whatever we think we should do. Maybe
Okay.
something far out of the way.
Well, that's only 1, 2, 3 away. I mean, how about this one? I guess. I mean, because I'll probably go this way. Yeah, do this one. That's a little
Okay.
bit of an oddball spot.
Okay, makes me throw away card. Don't have it.
That's awesome.
Right.
And then that's terrible.
The gather.
Okay, this thing, do we need it?
Yes.
Okay.
In fact, it's a nice starting one. That's
Mhm.
not bad.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so now I get 4 cards, and hopefully it's something to kill dog. Well, it's
You need
something to
9.
injure him, but it's not to kill him.
Okay. I could move up here and just gather those 2. I really like. I know what I should do. I should go here and use my power to do these 3.
That's pretty good. And then you can gather that at some point. Yeah. So you want to move first, right?
Yeah. I'm going to use a purple, which I don't really want to do. And then I'm going to use 2 more. Yeah?
Yeah. I think
Use my
that makes
power.
sense. I think that makes sense.
This one first. Okay. You have to get rid of a random card, which is a bummer.
Ooh, could be the dog card.
That's pretty bad, actually.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we need this? Oh, this. Sorry. The face.
No.
Okay.
There's only one more. Oh, it's 2 more blues. No, and there's one on the board. There's only
Okay.
one more for you to
He
find.
moves, but he can't move, and we have that symbol. Yes.
Wait, do we now have to? No, now he
Moves
doesn't.
as the nearest player, which is
I know, but he doesn't. If he can't move, let me see here.
move 1 room towards the nearest player.
I know. I just want to see what happens if he's already there. If there's a tie, tries to move. Enemies cannot move through walls. Where's the part where if he's in? Is it on the
Yeah, it's on the
rule?
card. Move towards
If
the
he's
middle.
already there, okay, fine.
Okay. Then this one.
That was a little scary.
Trying to move again, but he can't. Is that N thing on there?
No end.
Okay, so I moved into that. We
Okay.
are really burning through cards. Okay, I can now. It's unlikely that you'll kill the dog because now we've
Okay.
gotten rid of all the high, and I have a bunch of
That's
purple.
unfortunate. It's my turn though.
Mhm.
All right, so that goes under him. He's at 16.
Whoa! I wish you hadn't done that.
You're not going to be able to get to that
No.
dog.
Because you can't kill him. So why wouldn't you just? I would have said. I wish you had waited for a moment because if I were you, I would have just moved out because I can kill him in 1 stroke.
But how will you get to him?
We don't worry about it. We just worry about it when he gets to me. But it doesn't matter because you already showed the cards, Chad. Although I was going to say you should move and gather.
Well, I can still move and gather.
Now we just got to start moving and gathering. I think.
Yeah.
Move down here and gather. I'm up here. You go down this way, I guess.
Okay. I'm gonna put some of my cards here. I gotta do it. I can't gather. Okay. Maybe intel. Or regroup. I think I gotta clear this up. So we can gather. So I'm gonna be doing this.
No, just put any card here. Doesn't matter because you can do this for 2 cards later, right?
Okay. Let's regroup this then.
I mean, we are so far along here. It's crazy. That goes over there. Okay, so you did that for 1.
Mhm.
Now you have a second action.
Yes, I do.
It's not going to matter about this dog in a
I
second.
think
'cause,
I do this and regroup the run.
I
You
mean,
could tell me though whether
that's-
you have no cards to help with.
Okay. The other problem is that like if you're there, now you're getting 4 cards.
No, I could kill
We're
the
burning.
dog.
We're burning
I
through
know.
this deck.
All right, I can't kill the dog. They're all the same color.
I mean,
There's gonna have to be some shuffling.
The problem is, like, we're going through these cards like crazy, and we're not picking anything up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This was a bad mistake.
What? This regrouping?
Putting that 10 on top of there.
I mean, should I pick this thing up?
I think you should probably pick them up because once that.
But I have nothing but high cards.
I've got some. I've got.
This is very unfortunate.
Yeah, we're in trouble. We're in trouble.
I think I'm gonna go down here and just grab these.
Okay.
I really wish you had left the room because if you get another blue or something, he's just gonna keep.
Well, I don't know how I ended up trying to kill that dog. I was always against trying to kill the dog.
But I mean, you put this 11 under there, and that was a great idea. But then the 5, I don't think was.
I just think like trying to kill the dog is not a good idea. But I tried it a bunch, and now we're abandoning.
Well, I think that last move didn't kill it. All it did was strip another card, and then now you're in the same space as him.
Yeah.
So I think it was like the worst of all worlds to do. I think you should have left and done something useful.
Yeah, I think.
Because now
I mean, I agree with you, but I also
you've
think
regrouped, and now I'm going to put more cards here.
Yeah, that's painful.
Okay, so
although if I had gotten any purple, not any purple, but I could have killed him if I got I had 4 cards. If I had gotten a purple, he would be dead now.
Okay. Should I have? What should I do now?
I think picking up those things.
There's so many traps left, though. That's the
problem.
No,
picking up the ones we can see, so that we don't end the game with nothing, might be the way to go.
Just picking up the one I'm in the space with.
Yeah, pick it up. Like we need to have a shot at solving this, and we're running out of time.
The problem is there's no really good spots for my. All right, I think I kind of agree with that. I'm just gonna do it's terrible. Sorry. Okay, let's see whatever that is.
Which one is that? This one here.
And then I mean I can move, but I just have a high card. Maybe I should just stop. I'm just gonna stop. Okay.
Okay.
Can you please move out of that space with the dog? I can kill the dog easily 100 times over.
Never gonna happen. Let's forget about that. Okay, so I can move and gather. I can pick up these 2.
Yeah, fine.
It's probably going to be traps, or I could come here and pick up this.
Well, we know we want this, and then you'll know what that is.
So I'm going to pick.
What is the point if you go here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you need it, maybe you don't. If you go here, you know you need this, and this could be another one we need. So maybe just go there. I mean, my filtering out the traps.
Although if I get this, then I can move my way down this way. If I go here, we have to back up.
Let's do that.
Here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I move here. That was my move. And then I gather with this card.
Mm-hmm.
First, it's this. That is on our thing.
Fantastic.
It's a good card to get to. It's this one down here.
I like the fact that I came up with. I'm like, this we know we need, so you should pick it up, and then it's like, no. But I mean, it's okay. Okay, that's bad.
That's pretty bad.
Nope.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So now we lose a card off the top of here.
I want you to notice something. Oh, that's right, because it's face down. I was gonna say.
Right,
Okay, so wait. I've moved and gathered. Yes, so now I'm gonna burn a card.
Burns, and then you get 2.
And I get 2. Still can't hurt the dog. I've got fairly low cards.
Wait, what was the first thing that you just drew? It was no symbol on it. Okay. All right. So now what? You're gonna get that. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3 and gather.
I think that makes sense. Ken, you got cards to do it.
I mean, it's all high.
That's okay because I'll have to regroup.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, you didn't see that, did you?
Whatever. Your whole cards are face up.
Okay, this. Okay, see that's bad because now I'm not using my power, and that's also bad. Yep. This is and I don't get to see that.
All right.
So this is awful. We've lost this one.
Yeah, we're gonna lose this one.
We really played again.
Except if we get lucky with the clock, but we may have to go. We may have to be trying to push this one with the clock. This may be the first game where we don't stop.
Well, the other thing is that if we have we can look at where we're at, and if we have no idea, we'll be forced to push.
Right now, we got no idea.
But I think this is another game when you or I were sort of against, going at odds with each other. I think.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. was trying to
We're
think.
gonna
Like,
need.
maybe
We're
they're
gonna
related.
need more. We only have what 3, 4 out of how many?
How many even numbers? Uh-huh.
So 4 out of 12. It's a third. I think
That's
we
what
need
we
more.
need more. What are the things that are showing? This one here.
Mhm.
I'd love to get this
We
one.
got 2.
I have a feeling like there's a relationship here. So if we could get this one, but we can't see it, and we can't tell anymore. Okay, so it's my turn.
Can you move and pick these 2?
I absolutely cannot. But I'm going to have to be doing this. I know it
Okay.
runs 2 cards.
I mean,
but there's
just-
no other way. I have to regroup. There's no running and gathering if I don't regroup.
You have what do you have? Lower cards.
So
I just feel like
cards.
you were doing this a lot through the game, and I didn't think
This
you were
was
doing.
the terrible mistake here because now I'm just going to pop it down to a 9 when I do this.
I'm just saying, in general, you've used that a lot, and you haven't gotten the best use out of
I
it.
agree
It's
with you.
burning
I
a lot
agree
of
with you.
cards, which
I agree with you.
every time you do
It
it.
was.
I'm
I
like,
will note that it was all towards trying to kill that dog, which was just the wrong thing to do.
Well, I think it was. The
We
wrong
gotta
thing.
leave that dog alone. Humans don't fight dogs.
Okay,
Humans should not be fighting dogs.
but you know,
like that's the clue. That's the hidden clue. That's not mentioned.
I think
that's what that secret
sticking-
message in the
Yeah.
on the
spending,
margin said.
spending a
Said humans don't fight dogs.
spending a high purple on him
Mhm.
was a good plan, but then you should have left, and if he came into our space again, we could spend another high purple to kill him.
Yes, I
But
think.
you stood there with him and kept getting bit.
Well, I was trying to. You really wanted to kill him that first game, and I feel like I owe it to Greg to try to kill him this game because I
Okay.
I resisted so much
Mhm.
and I got bit by the dog.
All right, what are you doing?
The proverbial dog got bit me. I'm gonna do this thing,
For
and
what?
I'm gonna recycle something. Probably the gather.
3, 2. Yeah, I mean, there's 3 cards. How many cards do you have right now?
4.
I
I
mean,
got some bad news for you. I think I'm gonna do this twice.
oh no, please do not.
Yeah, I think I
I'd
am.
rather not have to go into peril right now.
What can you do? Can you what you've got?
Can you do
One
one
thing here?
action and let me do
Yeah,
something?
okay, but that's what I'm saying. What do you want to do?
So
you can't stay in this turn at the end of your turn. You've got to be out of there.
I could.
Pick up.
Well,
Pick
do I
up.
want to pick that up?
Yeah, you got to pick up because you got to be out of there. You got to move as your second action.
no. What I'm saying is, I could just. The odds are better
Okay.
to go
Yeah,
and
okay, you
pick
could
up.
just leave it.
So I could. Let me see. Can I move and? Yeah, I can move and pick up, and I'm never going to kill a dog if I do that. That's fine. I can
And
move
so
here
you-
and pick these 2 up.
And weave this.
Yes. Because odds are that this is better. Right? Like, we know I'm only going to have one shot at having something useful here. We're never going to pick everything up this game, so it makes more sense for me to pick these 2 up. Now we're gathering. I think just...
I'm not. I agree with your basic sentiment. It's just that you are on that space. Picking up that thing
I'm
is
not doing
just one action.
it. Not going to do it.
You're not going to do it. Well, that's easy then. That solves that. All right, so you're going to move and gather.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, like, we're going into peril. We're now in scramble mode. We got to pick up as many things as we possibly can. Right? Like revealing stuff is not helpful now. Do you have anything that you can play on? I mean, I'd rather you not play on the run, but then otherwise I'm kind of screwed. I mean, you don't have anything high that you can regroup with, or you can't pass, just right?
I can't pass. So
Throw 2 cards away then and do your regroup thing or whatever.
do you have one low card?
I have a low card, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to regroup once. I'm going to use my power once. I'm going to go here.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to choose to do this action.
I'm just going to burn 1 card.
Just going to throw one of these cards away.
And it's gonna
And I'm going to regroup. Either this one, I guess, is the lower card, and it's the more. It doesn't really matter. I'll probably be doing this again.
Okay. 1, 2.
At some point, I'm going to have to do it to run.
Okay. Now I'm going to run 1, 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to.
Wait.
You couldn't have run anyway, could you?
Yes, I could have if I had instead regrouped run.
Well, there's no way to back up now, is there? I just revealed my card. We put cards in here. You
Okay,
put cards out.
Just throw away a card.
So, I guess When we go to draw, we regroup.
I guess so.
There are 3 or more time cards in this card. Okay, just says that. Okay. All right. Sorry, Jesse.
That's all right.
All right. So I'm gonna.
Not your fault.
Oh, sorry. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna gather.
Mhm.
First, it's this. Oh my god.
What was it?
It's so bad.
Well, it's okay because you haven't ended your turn there yet, right?
I did. I moved
Oh,
and I
you
gathered.
moved and gather.
What
Okay.
is this one? Do we have that? No, we don't. This is like the worst possible outcome.
Yeah, we're gonna lose this mission. Well, I think we're gonna try to. We just push our clock luck and hope we get lucky.
Well, we
Is it
could
time to
lose-
shuffle?
We could lose right
Can
now.
I shuffle?
I need 2 cards. We can't be drawing any more cards, I guess. Maybe.
We're gonna be drawing cards.
I cannot believe how poorly we did this game.
Yeah, we did, man. We've learned our lesson. Humans don't fight dogs.
Yeah, I disagree with you. I think that you burned. I think fighting the dog, putting 11 card under the dog one time, and then leaving him alone for a little while was the thing to do. I think you used your powers a bunch in a suboptimal way.
Mhm.
I think,
I agree with that.
and then you stayed with the dog and got bit by him a couple of times,
Mhm.
right? By having to discard cards, and then you stuck this card under there, which didn't help it. It burned his card away. It's under here now, where we don't get it in the deck. It doesn't help us.
Terrible.
So you could have moved out and picked up that stuff instead.
Terrible.
That's what I would have done.
I do think the overall big picture lesson though is don't try to fight a dog.
I
Maybe if he comes to you, then you fight him. But
yeah.
don't try to make plans to hang out and fight him.
Oh, I disagree with your assessment.
Okay. All right. So I've shuffled that up.
Mhm.
You're drawing.
Well, I can
You
decide
might-
to draw now.
You might as well draw until you get the first clock.
No, that's true. You're not looking at my hand, are you? I got 1 clock.
A 1-1 clock.
No.
Okay. Well, we're gonna we cannot guess this, so we're gonna be drawing and just hoping we don't get to the clock. This might be the first mission we lose. Let's just try to be as efficient.
Well,
as
can we
possible.
like look at what this is now, first of all? So 4 something 7 12.
Mhm.
So this is a space of 3. Yeah, like
We don't know anything about this bottom number.
good God. Okay, what's the biggest bang for our buck now?
Move and gather.
Yeah, I know, but where? Like,
Right here. Move and gather. Then we know.
oh, we know we have
one
one,
success.
which is what I said before. Sure. Okay.
Unfortunately, I can't because there's a 9 on the run. Okay, I can. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use my power
Mm-hmm.
to reset this with 2 cards.
Oh my God!
Has
again
to be
with
done.
this.
It has to be done. There's no other way. We've got to be able to move. And I have low cards.
Okay.
So I'm going to spend this
Mhm.
to get rid of this.
Mhm.
And wait a second. That's not going to
Put
could
this here, please.
work, but instead probably going down to an 8. That's not. I mean, I could play it here instead of here. That would drop that to an 8 and let me run.
Yeah.
Can you run? Do you have a card higher than an 8 to run with?
Yes.
All right, let's do that then.
Yeah.
I'm going to play that to get rid of that card
Mm-hmm.
and run. As my second action, I play a 3 to gather. We gather this one first,
Mm-hmm.
which gets us this, which is useful.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Mhm.
Because I'm wondering if it doesn't, if
Mhm.
these aren't related. Like this is a +9.
Mhm.
This might be a +9. That way,
How about this?
okay. And now I gather this, which is up here. That's a nice side benefit that it's up here. It's here. So now if this is a 16, we're in good shape. Okay. So now, these numbers are
Mhm.
9 more than these numbers.
Mm-hmm.
These might be in a pattern. We don't know.
Mhm.
But that means we know what this is.
Okay, so here's my thing. That's very good, Jesse.
Mhm.
Very good. So essentially, if we could find out what the top, at least one of the numbers on the sequence, we can know.
That's
what the other one
right. We only need one on each. It's a
is.
shame.
And then we'll be able to know.
And then we'll know. It's
Actually,
also
if-
possible that these are in a pattern as well.
Yeah, but less.
But I don't know what that would be.
We could still take. We could always take
I
it
will
more
know.
educated.
This is 3 from this and 3 from this. This is 5. Well, whatever we get is going to be
1,
useful.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's also 6 and 6.
Yep.
So if that's true, this is 9, but this is 3, 3. We do need more numbers.
We
We
need
could
more.
make a guess soon. Okay. Now let me just
Here's
see.
what we don't want, though. We don't want this one, and we don't want this one.
Okay.
These two we think we know.
So we have this out. Now, can I make a suggestion here? Don't draw anything.
Okay. Wait, hold on. But let's follow that up for a second.
Mhm.
This is a useful one to know.
That's correct.
This is a useful one to get.
But what I was thinking was, now, I could come up here and gather 2,
Mm-hmm.
right? I could do that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the odds are not. Well, let's see.
There's no more cameras to come out, but there is a no walk to come out, and
Gas.
I only have one card.
Well, the gas would only get me. The
Gas
intel's
would
out
be-
already. It's right here. So at this point, what symbols?
1, 2, 3. You could come get that thing.
Mhm.
Do you have cards to let you do
Well,
that?
I could right now just come up and pick up 2. Is my point,
Mhm.
right?
I want to make a case.
Yeah.
I want to make a case
That you get
for
that
making sure we get this, because this could tell us enough to know what this pattern is here, which would give
one. I
us
see.
this
It's
pattern here.
very hard for me to decipher
Sure,
because it's
sure,
not
sure.
near me at all. So I'm
Sure.
not like thinking
Sure.
of it. Okay. This we have. This we have no idea.
Right.
Right. This we don't know.
Right.
This we know 1. So, I mean, it would be great to get like this and this.
Yes, if we got if we got 2 of the,
1 and 1,
Yeah.
or 1 and 1,
that's right.
right?
Right.
Or 1 and 1 and 1 and 1.
Right. The
Okay.
only other, but
So-
the other thing to point out,
Mhm.
that would let us solve it for sure. But the other thing is, if we get this one
Mhm.
or this one,
Mhm.
we might find a pattern here, and
Well,
that would
that's
solve
true,
the
too.
whole thing.
So, is it possible? Are the odds good that I could go here and pick up 2, and they like the 2 we need could be this and this, in which case we're really in
Mhm.
trouble, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if the 2 that we need are here or here, say,
Mm-hmm.
then picking up the both of them would be quite useful in one go. Of course, like
Yes. I don't want, like, the bird in hand
I think that's
feels
worth.
really could be, if we can get that for us as a sure thing without risking clock.
Mhm. But it won't let us solve it anyway.
Yes, it would let
You
us
think
solve
it would?
If this told us
Mhm.
what this pattern was, like add 2, add 3,
see.
then we would be able to solve the whole thing. So being able to know what this pattern is would go a long way. And we've got how many
Well,
other
but
traps?
the thing is, like, you don't
One-
hold on. If we get this symbol,
Right.
we still don't know this and this, so we don't really know the pattern.
Well, but it might give
We
us
might.
enough.
It might.
It might.
So let's just see how many. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So there's 6 things.
Symbols
This
out.
is 1.
Mhm.
2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
so if I were to draw,
Mm-hmm.
let me just see here. Hold on a second. If I drew, oh, it had to be the right card though. I was just thinking if I drew one card and it's high,
Mm-hmm.
I could get both of these, which would be really good. But, which would get 4 of the 9 that we have out, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's obviously it's just really gambly, right?
And if you get this trap, which is still out, then we're
We
in
are in
real trouble.
Big problem, yeah.
If you come get this as a sure thing,
Mhm.
and then it might give us enough information to be able to stop and not take any more risks and
No,
figure it
it's
out.
not important.
Here's another thing. If you draw cards, there are certain cards that are of useless information to us. This one symbol is useless. This symbol is useless. So
Mhm.
2 of these symbols, if you get them,
Yeah.
are of no
But
value to
in
us.
order to figure out this,
Mm-hmm.
like this sequence, I really feel like it's interesting the way this whole thing is
Mhm.
structured. This is actually really clever.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like if you know the bottom, then you can know the top, or vice versa. So you
Right.
essentially have to get half of them.
Uh-huh.
But if that means you have to get half of them, it seems like you got to get.
It's possible that there's no pattern. on a row.
Okay, I'm gonna say something else here
Okay.
because I do think I'm playing devil's advocate with you
Mhm.
because I think you do have a good point about getting the one thing we know,
Mhm.
right? But I think like we have no idea what this is. It looks like they're going in ascending order,
It
but
sure
this could be
does.
5 or 6, which is odd or even,
Mhm.
right?
It
And
would
again, this could be odd or even, so we
absolutely
don't
true.
know.
Absolutely true. But if we see a pattern here of the way these numbers go, like the difference here is 5, right?
Right, but if this is 1 or 2, we won't know.
I agree. It's not for sure, but it might be enough.
So essentially, like getting more tokens is helpful, but if we get the run, then we're completely done.
Yeah.
And if I get this thing, that's going to be terrible also.
Also, getting this doesn't mean you can't make another shot at these two
That's
first.
true.
It's just one pushes it off for one turn to get the thing we know.
So how many cards do you have?
1 card.
I mean, we're in a terrible fix.
Mhm. That's
Okay,
the other reason. You get this, and then we have to make a decision about whether we should push our luck or whether that thing gives us enough
All right,
information.
I'll make a compromise. with
Okay.
you. Okay. I'll come up here and get this,
Mhm.
and I'm going to draw 1 card.
Wait till we see if we can figure it out.
Hold on,
before we draw a
I'm
card.
saying,
Okay.
but like if, like this is the compromise.
Uh-huh.
Like if I come up here and I draw this, which is
Mhm.
your plan,
Yes.
then I'm going to draw a card. If it's not what I need to continue to go and pick up another thing, then I want you to draw a card and use your ability.
I agree.
Use your ability to
With the
free
only
up.
caveat that once you get this, let's take a moment and see if we know enough.
Obviously.
Oh, okay, sure.
Obviously. But
Then I'm happy to do any plan you want after that.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got no vested interest.
Let's remember that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, I'm going to play essentially only what I can play.
Mhm.
Right. So I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to gather for 1.
Okay.
Now, I mean, this is why it is such a roll of the dice, because if these were 2 of the symbols,
they'd have to be 2 of the right symbols, though. Not only would they have to be symbols
That's
here.
true.
Okay, so if this is an ascending number, then we've got a good shot of there being a pattern. If it's not ascending, then we're in trouble. Okay.
Okay.
So now that's suggesting that we're going to need to know.
Okay. I'm drawing a
These two.
card.
Hold on a second. Let me just think about this for a second. What if it's like
If it's 2, 3, no, 2, 1, 5, right? Like
okay, I got a
does it
possibility
go
for you.
up and
I
down?
got a picture.
Sure.
Subtract 2, add 5. So
Mhm.
sorry, subtract 2, add 5.
Subtract 2.
That doesn't work. Yeah, I was trying to go down and then up. Like if this goes
Add
down,
2, add 1, or add 1, add 1. I think it's
this is an add 5, and then subtract 2. So subtract 2, add 5. Add
yeah, but you
5,
don't know. This could be subtract 2 or subtract 1.
Yeah.
And then there's another one here. There's another.
I'm just playing. I'm not saying it is this. I'm just saying like this is an up by 5 and a down by 2.
The fact that this is only up by 3 suggests that this could be anything. Because what is it going to do? Add 2, minus 1. It could.
I'm looking for a pattern that's like subtract.
I understand that, but I'm saying to get from 4 to 7, you have to, for this number, this is a 5. It's plus 1, plus 2,
Right.
or it's there's a minus in there.
No,
Obviously, it
that
could be
doesn't work.
minus 2.
Okay, but wait, look. Add 3, add 3, add 3. This is
That's good. Yeah.
This is the problem. We know this. We know these other ones are add 3s.
We need more information.
Hold on. If these are add 3s, add 3s. The problem is that this one we know nothing next to it. We don't know the thing that's here or here.
Which is what I said. I think we need a little more information. I think we're gonna have to push our luck.
But if this is add 3, and this is add 3, 19. This is we think is a 19.
I mean, it could be.
I mean, this relationship is very tight. Add 9, add 9.
Oh yeah, sure.
So if this is a 19, what we don't know is what's here or here.
I'm telling you what I'm doing. I'm going to draw a card. drawing a card, Jesse.
Hold on. Let's just give this a little bit of thought. Because we could lose the game here, whereas we could figure out this pattern here.
I think when you say we could,
Mm-hmm.
like this could be odd or even. This could be odd or even. You have no idea.
Yeah, but we could figure out.
I think we need. There's too many X's here. We need
this.
If I draw a card, it's possible I could go again and pick up 2 more items, which could really help us. Like it could might not. Maybe they're useless to us. But I think we need at least a little more information. That's the best shot we've got at the moment.
Well, I think I think we could spend some time and maybe figure this out. But I'm okay with taking another chance, another turn. But will the compromise be that after we do this and we're going to go through a couple turns to get you to, then can we think a little bit more?
Yeah. Sure.
Whether we get it or not. Okay, so wait. I'm going to need to pass and draw cards.
I'm going to draw 1.
Draw until you get enough to do.
Okay. That's not enough.
Okay.
So,
now I'm going to reset one.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to pass but draw.
You're going to go.
I'm going to draw at least
Mhm.
one card, right?
Mm-hmm.
I pass and I draw a card.
Mm-hmm.
It's a clock.
Well, that's terrible.
Just
draw again.
Draw again. You don't want
You
to
have
pause. Okay.
Unless that was a card you could play there.
Sorry. I've got a card. No. Okay. Okay. So now
it's my turn.
Now it's your turn.
I'm
You
gonna
could pass. Okay. Now what? You have a card you can play on either of these?
Yeah, I mean it would be better to probably reset that rather than that, wouldn't it?
I don't. Yeah, we better reset that.
Do you have to burn 2, or do you have a card that can go on?
Well, I can do. Here it's an interesting thing. I can play a card here to do that, but then I'd have to burn 2 to do another
I don't
regroup.
think we're getting more than another.
Or
turn.
I could burn 2 cards and wipe out this and this, and then we could regroup the gather cheaply.
Or you could. Well, you moving doesn't help us right now. You're too far away from anything.
Mhm.
So I would just.
I think I should do this.
I don't
Get rid
care.
of this and this.
What? Stop.
Yeah, I'm saying.
What is this? Is an 8. This is a 10. Why would you get rid of?
Well, okay. Either way, I could do both of these.
Okay. Yeah, that's why I'm just.
So these are discarded, and these are discarded.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
You're not going to draw, right? Let me go at least.
Yeah, there's no real need for me to draw as long as you can go.
I'm going to go down here. I'm going to do this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that one we need?
No.
That's it.
Yes, it is.
Is
In
it
fact,
really?
It's an absolutely key one.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Hold on, before you.
Well, I'm going to turn this over and think first. Don't do that yet.
Well, what does it matter? Look, it doesn't.
Because if this lets us solve it, and this is a
It's not a camera. The cameras are all out.
okay.
This can only help us. If it's a discarded card, I don't have one to discard.
Okay.
Do we have that? Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so that ended up being
Fantastic.
fantastic.
Okay.
So we have a whole line now. Oh no, we
No,
don't.
yes, we do. Now
Okay.
we have a whole line.
Okay.
If this 9 thing works.
Okay, let's draw it out. We'll write it out.
Here,
So-
do it on a piece of paper.
Can you push that off the camera, please? Okay, so now we've got. Boy, this one is a lot longer. Okay, how many spaces in each one? 1,
6.
2, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tell me the first number.
4, blank, 7, 12, 10, 15. We're going to win this game.
Okay, next bottom.
13, 18, 16, blank, blank, 24.
Okay, but we know that these are all 9.
It's all 9s.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we are going to assume that this is a 9.
Yes.
And we're going to assume that this is a 21.
Correct.
And we're going to assume that this is a 19.
Correct.
Right?
Yep. I mean, that pattern holds for everything we can see.
Okay. So that means that we have how many even numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want you to check my math.
Mm-hmm.
My math.
Odd numbers should also be 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6 even and 6 odd. That checks out. Let's make our 9 check. That's a 9. That's a distance of 9. That's a distance. So everything we can see corresponds to the 9 thing. Now, we think this is enough. So if we look at this pattern, I was just spend a minute or two on this to see. So these differences are in fact by threes. That's a 3 difference. That's a 3 difference.
That's a 3.
That's a 3 difference. Now, what's the other pattern? That's a 3. That's a 3. That's a 3. So
yeah.
But
3 to 3.
3. That's
3
right.
to 3.
That's it. So it's 3.
Yeah. 3 to 3.
So
3 to 3. Yeah. Okay.
So there was a pattern on both rows. If we had failed, then we might have. But okay, it was worked out wonderfully.
Well, that was good.
But
So-
we had 2 ways to win that. We were doing this, and then if we hadn't, we would have spent some more time.
Look at this. This is just for funsies. Oh my god. We could have gone.
Yeah.
Like we could have collected everything
We
else
could
on the
have
board. We
collected-
didn't need to.
No, we
But that's the
didn't.
point of the game is that you don't need to collect everything, just enough to.
Yeah. All right. So our guess is 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's just first turn over everything and make sure we're right here.
I mean, well, we've guessed 6 no matter what, but yes.
Yes, we have. Is that where?
Yeah.
Is that what our numbers were?
We already had that. Yeah. 6. Yeah.
Answer is 6.
Secret 6. Secret. You've got a
That was
secret.
pretty satisfying
Yeah.
and tense.
Yeah, we have really. I mean, this whole campaign, you and I have been a little bit.
Well, that's what happens when you get a game where you only get one shot.
Yeah,
Everything feels
That's-
much more
yeah,
important.
that's true. Okay. Encryption tip number 2. To make a code even harder to crack, place it under multiple layers of encryption. In these situations, you need to first decrypt the code, then decrypt that answer using a different cipher. Yeah, good luck.
Well, no, this one first goes with this.
Oh,
And then
use
when we get the
substitute.
letters, we'll
Okay.
try our substitution.
Okay.
Let's try it. All right, where's my...
Okay. Okay.
So what
So
are we
I'll
calling
tell
this
you.
secret? Hold on, first tell me what number it is.
Secret 6.
Oh, yeah, secret 6. All right.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
So we've got N R H G V
Tell me when it's the next word.
I
Same first
I.
top word? Okay.
second word.
Yep.
G F V A.
Okay.
Okay, so now we gotta use this.
Let's see if this is this one.
Okay, give me the first one.
N,
M.
R,
It's a good thing you got 2 different kinds of pens. That's good. I
H.
S.
Yep. This is it.
What is it?
It's going to be a word.
G is T.
Sorry, G is T. V,
E.
Mr. I is going to be R.
Yeah, I mean probably.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. G. It's going to be a T.
Yep.
F. Is a
U.
U, yeah. V.
E.
Yeah, 2 S's. A goes to Z.
Yep.
Okay. Mr. 2 S's. Okay.
Okay, that's pretty good. Now, what was the one that we couldn't solve?
It was in the margin of the book.
Well, do you want to take a look at that?
I tried to do the substitution cipher on it. It didn't work. Like SAD went to something like ZXY.
It's just pretty
H,
awesome, the whole encryption thing, right?
Z.
Like, it's just because that's like a real world thing, right? Like,
Yeah.
do you want to push that notebook open? Thank you. Because it is like a real world thing, right? Like, I mean, the Enigma code and all that. Like the idea of like making us. It's really like games that make you like learn about or think. Like, remember when I was playing when I bought what's Uwe's newest one, Howler 2, and like I'm like, oh, I'm learning about hops and like that regional Howler 2 or whatever. And this is sort of like, hey, isn't decryption codes neat where you can like have multiple layers of like cracking a code, but it's sort of walking you through it. Like,
Yeah, it's nice to have their little snack-sized
yeah,
things, puzzles you solve, and each one.
that's
And
pretty
there's
cool.
a mystery on target. We won chapter 6, which was just by the hair of our.
Chinny chin chin.
Yeah, after 6, read 24. Here we go. Here comes the snake, Mr. Tuez soon. Whoa.
What are you on page what?
It says after mission 6, read page 24. That was mission 6, right? Because we're up to 7 now.
Yeah.
Okay, it says if you have Jenny's achievement, another secret. How fitting. Whoa. That's the. Does that match the secret we just saw? Encryption tip 2. Yeah, look.
Mm-hmm.
Can you check if that's the exact same thing?
Yeah, I believe I can.
Okay. So what does that match that?
It's absolutely that.
Exactly it, right?
Mhm,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yikes! Look at the time. Oh, that's not the snake.
Yikes! Look at the time. Can I bring this code home with me and try to crack it tonight? Sure. Oh, sorry.
How cool would it be if this led to real treasure somewhere?
Yeah, right. See you tomorrow.
Look, there's his card. That's the bad guy's card.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thanks for joining us.
That was abrupt.
Sorry.
But yes, I agree.
Um,
Thanks for joining us.
Stay tuned for the next episode. We're
Yeah,
almost
By
halfway
mission
done.
15,
Mm-hmm.
we'll be like
We'll be cooperating again?
I was gonna say one of us will be.
One of us will be dead. It'll
It's
just
like
be
that
the
Ben
bloody
Franklin
table.
thing. 3 people can keep a secret if 2 of them are dead.
That's right. I remember that. All right. We'll see you next time. I wonder if there's a website for like germaphobe best foods. Like, this is pretty good because it's like even if someone touches the outside, your thing is pristinely preserved.
Yes, but it's also the problem is that
Yeah,
like
you have to use your
it's-
hand if you
it's
don't want to chew on it.
wasteful.
It's wasteful.
Single serve items
It's a
are
bad
very
combination
wasteful.
to be germaphobe and not like the singles.
Environmentally
Yeah,
conscious.
that's like a bad combination.
It is a bad combination.
Do you just chew on these? You don't actually take the strings off? You know, do this?
Yeah, I don't need a job.
That's kind of psychopathic when you think about it.
What?
This is one of these categories. Like, if you eat string cheese by just chomping on it like you do, that's wrong. That's a sign of a psychopath.
Happy to be wrong.
That's like
Listen to-
parallax view test.
What?
You ever see the parallax view?
Whoop.
It's really interesting that for most things, we've got a 10-year age gap, right? That's what we think.
How old do
10
you know?
years, 51 or 52.
You don't know?
My old friend Zach, we had a video store next to us that we joined like a year-long subscription where we could, it was like $300, which was a huge amount when we
Whoa.
were kids. But you could rent as many movies as you want forever.
Now you have Netflix.
Same thing. But not $300. Actually, it's getting close. But anyway, we bought
For
a
a year.
book. What?
For a year, it's about half that, yeah.
No. So we bought a
Maybe
book,
for,
a movie review book, and we would look for those high-starred movies.
Mhm.
So there was a big chunk of years when we were watching every movie that Roger Ebert has given 4 stars, and I'm not sure you did that. Like you've been watching movies as they become
So wait, I'm sorry.
available.
So you're saying you're not sure if I and my friend Zach went to a local movie rental place, spent $300 for a subscription for a year, and watched the Roger Ebert movies that were specified?
Really, guys? Really? Okay, just watched it yesterday called New Order, Spanish Mexican movie. New Order.
Is it Spanish or Mexican? It's not a Spanish Mexican movie. You said it as if that was like one thing.
One could be a language, one could be a country.
They're not one and the same.
One, I could be referring to the language of Spanish. It's a
Mhm.
Spanish movie in Mexico.
You got me there.
Thank you.
I was ready for that one to go in the folder.
That one came apart at the seams for you there. We watch these zombie movies. We're supposed to be scared of zombies. Go watch what real people do in a crisis. It's a lot scarier than zombies.